Look at these Bergen 3/8 hex sockets with adapter. I showed them a little while back on another video. Obviously a few other things to look at, so I ain't got round to looking at them yet. So I'll take a look at those.
So today I'll be taking a look at that Bergen hex bit set that we looked at, that I showed on the end of the one of the other Bergen videos a little while back. Get around to taking a look at this. It's a 7-piece hex bit set, 3/8 inch drive. You see it's a straight cut hex, original style hex, no ball end, and chrome vanadium is what they're stating the bits are made out of. So you got 30mm hex bits. That's the actual. You'll see it's different to the usual 1/4 inch style that we're used to going into the adapters. So you got a H4, a H5, a H6, 7, 8 and 10. The item number for that is 1192. It comes in a metal tin, but it does come with this. In this case, this one is stuck with a bit of glue on there, so you might want to get that one off. There is nothing special about the apart from what we've just already seen. So you've got a tin there. That tin, you can choose to either, if you put it in your toolbox, you can either choose to take the piece out like that and just stick that down in your toolbox or your tray, or if you've got a tool bag or a cantilever box or a plastic toolbox the same kind of size as a cantilever, obviously you can leave it in the your tin. And I'll be honest, it's not the absolute best of closing, but it's there. It is nice if if you're an engineer, something like that. I might actually use these to take it out and use it for putting some taps or some offset drills and things like that in there. The odd drills that you get are an odd size or an odd imperial size, and you can keep them in there. I would the tin itself, I would stick an elastic band around it though, 'cause that's not the best of ones, but it is it's not the best of clips, should I say, to keep it down, but it does, it's okay. It's also good because if if you're going to keep your tools on the shelf or on the back of the desk, you can just keep them in the tin. Again, if you're going to lend them to somebody, which we never really like too much, it's there in the tin, but let's take them out. We take a look at the actual sockets themselves. Like it just said, it says it's got them as 30mm hex bits, which it means the back part here. So they're bigger than your usual 1/4 inch bit adapters, and bits themselves, should I say. A lot thicker, so you won't be able to, if you've got like I have, a nice 1/4 inch drive and another 3/8 inch drive adapter, you won't be able to use those with it. You will have to use the supplied adapter here with them, because they're a bigger, like I say, a bigger size. This is the adapter they've actually give you a hole there for where your detents usually go. There is no other detents on there, so you've just got that hole to locate your spring-loaded ball bearing on your ratchet. But they have give you a better way of locating the bits. They've give you one of these little spring clips with a bearing in, a little ball bearing in there, which works. You can see it poking through there. Works in a similar way to it does with your ratchet. Instead of them cheapo magnet jobs what they stick in there and they come out, this one's got a nice clip. It does say chrome vanadium on the actual adapter itself, in our usual font that we've come to recognise from that half decent factory. And if we just take a ratchet here, you can see that fits okay even when you haven't got it in the thing, but it will, like I say, it will pull out because there's no detent, so you will have to you can just find that, you will have to line that up there. There we go. You will have to line that up into the ball bearing if you want to keep it on. The 10 millimeter is all one, which obviously that must be the same. They call them 30 millimeter hex bits, but I mean if that's 10 millimeters, and it's exactly the same either side. Then there must be 10 millimeters. All of them must be 10 millimeters thick to fit in there. So it's a two-part job. You put them in like that, and you'd put that on. Obviously, you try to locate I'm just doing it quickly, and then you use it like that. So exactly the same kind of thing as the all-in-one socket sets that you can get, hex keys and Torx keys and things like that we've looked at. But obviously they come in a two. Now they're not as versatile as the regular 1/4 inch size adapter and bit setup, because you can use them with any 1/4 inch bit that you've got in any other screwdriver or power drill set and that you can buy on the market, and you can keep hold of them. But they are they are a lot thicker, they should be a lot tougher, although it's just it's mainly this bit that is what's going to break anyway, and that's going to be exactly the same size as that it is on a 1/4 inch, so you might not really get much benefit of them being thicker and stronger, to be honest with you, apart from obviously on the 10, because it's going to be all one size, so well, I'm sounding a bit Irish there, saying well, we're looking at the Bergen set, so that's them. Don't know if you really want to have a close-up, in-depth look at pretty much most of these bits. Yeah, just so you can see the finish on them. Now this set I bought from the Bergen Direct UK website. I was buying a few of the other things, and this was cheap. I think this was about £2.85, and I just threw it in. Might as well. I had paying package and postage on a few other things anyway, so a tiny little bit extras, and it wasn't going to make much difference for this. And I just chucked it in. I didn't particularly need them, but saying that, they could come in handy for the tool bag to chuck in for work, because I do have like I say all-in-one hex sockets, and I also have hex keys as well, so various types. So at home, so I don't particularly need them, but they're good to have there as a spare. Do you know what I mean? For the price, might as well throw them into your order. So if you're looking for a cheap set, off the bat, it's going to do exactly the same thing. You're just going to have a little bit more hassle of having to put the actual bit into the adapter itself instead of having it there all in one. I suppose that makes it cheaper for them to produce, because they only have to produce one socket part, if you like, the actual holder or the adapter. Whereas with a set that's got all, got them pinned into the actual socket, they've got to produce an actual socket for each and every single size. They only have to produce the one in a set like this. I think that's pretty much all the bits that we've looked at. So it's just a quick one on here on this Bergen hex bit set. It's just a nice little one to chuck in your chuck in your order and pick up, or if you know what I mean, you go on eBay and buy it from a third party. It should only cost you a couple of quid, a few pounds. You got yourself another hex bit set, or a spare hex bit set. You know what I mean. It's certainly worth picking it up. It's certainly worth adding to your order anyway for a bit of an extra couple of quid. That's just a quick look at that for anybody that wants to, you know, thinking about buying it.